So what was wrong with that church?
Oh, they teach, well, two main things is they teach that all faiths lead to heaven, and then they teach that homosexuality is okay. And so, you know, we just believe what the Bible teaches in terms of, you know, Jesus said he's the only way, that there's no other way.
Right, yeah.
And, you know, but they sing songs about Jesus, and they read from the Bible, but their interpretation of the Bible is not consistent with what the Bible teaches.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
And so we just, you know, we feel like God's given us a call, just as, I don't know if you believe what the Bible teaches or if you read the Bible much or anything or no. Do you,
enough, yeah.
Okay. Sure. Well, like in the old...
I'd agree with you guys. I just think that there's a better way than yelling, because it kind of turns people off.
Sure. Well, I guess the way we look at it is we have these churches. There's a lot of them in Duluth. I don't know if you're from this area, but there's a lot throughout the United States. Yeah. That, especially anyone within the ELCA organization. But there's just a lot of churches that teach not according to what the Bible teaches, and no one's really saying anything to them out of the fear of division. You know what I'm saying? Right. But the problem is we have multitudes of people that think this is a Christian church, this is the right way. And I think of like when the people of Israel in the Old Testament, right? When they were going astray, who did God send out to them? Prophets. And what they do? They raised their voices and they spoke to the people, to the multitudes. Because why? If you have an important message to preach, it's very difficult to do it one-on-one. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. If I, you know, just for example, those tornadoes that came through like Tuscaloosa and those places, they didn't try to go knock on everyone's door and say, hey, there's a tornado coming. That'd take way too much time, right? Would never get that message out. So what'd they do? They flipped that foghorn or whatever, the tornado horn, to try to warn the people. And so as we do throughout our daily life, try to talk one-on-one people, we also try to come out as with Jesus. What he did is he preached to the religious people. He talked to them one-on-one, like Nicodemus, but then he also preached. And so we try to cover all of that, right? Regardless of if people are turned off, because we're going to do what the Bible, you know, I don't want to invent a new way how to reach people. Do you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And so if people are turned off, well, the Bible says that's going to happen. You know, I mean, it happened to Jesus, right? Obviously it happened to a lot of the Old Testament prophets because people were trying to kill him. Even the people of Israel were coming after him. Jesus was killed. Why? Well, not because he was a really nice guy, right? But because he called people out on their sin. He talked to people about their sin. He talked to them about their way of thinking was wrong. Do you know what I'm saying? So I don't think we can necessarily look at if I say a method, I don't think we can look at a certain way and say it can't be successful if it's turning people off. Because God says his word never returns void. You know what I mean? Success is being obedient to the call of whatever God's called us to do. I don't know if that makes sense to you.
It does. It just, you know, you come for a walk through the park and you don't really want to hear yelling.
Sure. Well,
I'm sure they respond to you too.
Sure. Well, I mean, I would say the same thing.
I gotta get going.
Sure. One last thing. I'd say if it's 2 a.m. in the morning and there's a tornado coming my way, I don't really want to be woke up, but I hope you hit the foghorn to warn me, regardless that it's 2 o'clock in the morning.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I'm not concerned about people walking by because I'm concerned about eternity. What's going to happen to these people if no one's telling them? Do you know what I'm saying?
Right. I just think it'd be, well, you're doing what you think you need to do, but I wouldn't stand there and yell. I'd try to talk to them like this.
Sure. How would you share? Have you talked to them?
I haven't. I'm not from around here.
Oh. Have you talked to a church like this? I mean, is there...
Not a church like this, but I've done stuff like that. Are you familiar with the Big Break program through college? Campus Crusade.
Big Break? It's
through college.
I don't know if UMD has one.
Well, it's, you know, Campus Crusade.
Oh, yeah, I know Campus Crusade.
They do. It's called Big Break, and during spring break they go down to, where is it? Some beach in Florida, I can't remember.
One of the big ones that all the partiers go to.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah, as long as someone, like you said.
So yeah, I'm familiar with the
stuff.
I think one-on-one is better communication.
Sure. Right.
But I gotta get going.
Okay.